Hey YouTube, welcome to my live stream. Hey everybody, hey, what's up? Wasn't that dumb? Okay, so I do want to make people what is it called, moderators, okay, because I can't mentally deal with BS, okay? So if you want to be a moderator, then leave me a comment in the chat. Oh my gosh, there's so many people here. How cool. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I totally did not think it was going to be popping like this. I mean, jeez. Okay. Okay, hold up. Let me see. Add a moderator. Okay, cool. What would, okay, oh God. Hold on. So, I was born to moderate. Okay, so yes, if you want to be a moderator, then leave me a comment down below. Hold on, let me do one thing at a time. Okay, so I didn't really hold on. Sorry, that's annoying. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, now let me unmoderate you. Okay, so anyway, so basically, if you're a moderator, could you just like kick the people out who are trying to like who will try to ruin the live stream? Because it's like times when I've done a live stream, I just had to stop because I'm like, I freaking can't even deal. It's just like trolls and things like that. It's gonna happen because, you know, some people, I broke down the science behind trolling, okay? So trolls are either bored, they have no life, or else they're dealing with something in their life and they just feel like taking out anger on somebody else, you know, an easy target. And it's just like, dude, like if you put the amount of time, effort, energy, thought that you do into being a troll and a hater, okay, then you would probably have like more money, more love, more freaking just vibes in your life, okay? So stop being a hater and just, I mean, actually, haters will always exist, but it's just like, I'm telling you guys, it's like so fucking stupid. You guys, like, do not, it's just dumb. Anyway, so I didn't have a plan for today's live stream because, quite frankly, if you watched my little thing about why I'm doing a live stream today, it's because you guys know I do my videos every Thursday and every Saturday. So this week I didn't film a video, and then so today I had to do a live stream for Scentbird. Did that, but then I was gonna film and edit a quick video before I did that so I could upload it for my channel for today. But then I realized I left my ring light and my camera tripod at my studio, so then I'm like, okay, now I can't do that. So I do have like my lights here, like my little lights here, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just do another live stream just for my channel. So let me, okay. Yeah, so then that's what we're doing today, okay? So I'm just gonna go read. I'm reading the comments right now. Hold on. Hold on just 1 second. All right. Anyway, so I am going to be answering questions and things like that. So, henna. Okay, so I touched on henna when I uploaded the video talking about the truth about box dye, because I know a lot of people think that henna is okay because it's natural, right? So true henna is like a reddish kind of color, right? But then a lot of these henna hair dyes are colors. I mean, obviously you can do red, but a lot of them have different pigments in them and different chemicals. And so the true henna is actually modified, and because of that, it's like it turns into what's called a progressive dye, and it progressively works even after you apply it to your head and you rinse it out and do that whole application, right? It will progressively work, and if color is progressively processing on your hair, then that's going to cause problems in the future. Say if you did, I mean, first of all, it's going to dry out your hair. So say you're like, okay, well, whatever, I don't care, I'm going to dye my hair with henna forever and ever and ever. You know, henna, things like that, box dye will always be around, and people are always going to color their hair because it's like some people just need to color their freaking hair. And so that's your prerogative and whatever. But with henna in particular, it is extremely reactive with bleach and other colors. So then, say in the future, you know, you dye your hair with henna and whatever, and you're like, okay, I want to be blonde now, right? So you go into the salon and then they put bleach on your hair, and then you might have a chemical reaction like a metallic salt reaction, okay? Because there's metallic salts in the dye that you think is just all natural, and then it just causes issues. And yes, so that is why henna is not the best thing. If you want to dye, again, I always want a preference, because I think a lot of people, I see a lot of people leaving me comments like, oh my gosh, you're so mean, you're a know-it-all, whatever. It's like, I'm talking about hair here. I'm talking about my expertise, all right? And so I'm giving you guys facts. I'm giving you guys science-based facts, and it's like, I'm not giving you guys my opinion. I mean, I guess I'm giving you guys my opinion in a way, but people still get angry, and it's like, I don't care if you want to dye your hair with henna or box dye. It doesn't affect me personally. Like, my life goes on, you know? I don't care. It's like, I'm just answering questions that I feel like I'm going off on a tangent, but you know, I'm just answering questions with facts, okay? Facts. So that is why henna can cause issues in the future, and I have seen it happen, okay? I've seen it happen. Yeah, actually, oh my gosh, do you guys want a video about oh my gosh, do you guys want a video about crazy clients? Because I need a moment. I've thought about doing a video about crazy clients, but then I'm like, oh, I want to maintain my professionalism. And also I want a little bit of time to go by. before I talk about this stuff. Yeah. So I have dealt with like maybe off the top of my head, I have dealt with 2 crazy people. Okay? 2 crazy clients. Like, girl. But in my whole time ever, I've dealt with like multiple crazy people, but just personal clients, it's like, girl, you made me question my whole existence in life. Okay. Ooh, man, I need to make a video about that. So, anyway, people, yeah, I'm sure people want to know what not to do. And here's the thing too, like there's a difference between difficult clients or picky clients, because I'm picky. I am picky like when it comes to like my nails, but what I don't do, I'm picky when it comes to my nails, which by the way, oh my gosh, one of my subscribers, she came in and got to get her hair done, and I saw her nails and I'm like, girl, your nails are bomb. And she told me where she went, and I actually went there and got my nails done. So what do you think? No, but I'm picky about my nails. And so I can understand from the customer service point of view, or from the customer's point of view, it's like you're paying for a service, you want a good service. I'm not talking about being picky or particular or anything like that. I'm talking about being out of your effing mind and potentially having like some sort of undiagnosed mental illness, or just being just an asshole. Okay? I'm talking about that kind of client. I'm never, like, I'm picky, I'm particular, but if I don't like your work, then I'll pay you. I tip well. I'll pay you. I'll tip you well, and then I'll never go to you again. And then, you know, that's what you should do. It's the end of the story, you know. But I'm talking about people who are off their freaking rockers. Okay, if you work in customer service, like in any kind of customer service industry, if you work with the general public, you can leave me a comment in the chat down below and let me know. You guys have probably, when you work with the general public, you have come across some crazy people, okay? And it just really makes you realize, like, wow, you don't know won't work for them. If someone comes in wanting something you know won't work for them, what do you do? That is a great question. So if somebody comes in, it depends. Like, is it something that's impossible? Like if they say, oh, I want this haircut with all these pieces around my face, but the hair up here is short. You know, if it's something impossible like that, then I'll tell them, okay, we can work on this. Right now we'll do like a haircut to work towards that, but you need to grow it out. But if it's something that I know won't look good on them, then I'll explain that to them. Like, okay, I'll suggest this, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever you want. That's what I tell my clients all the time. Like when they come in for a haircut and like they need to cut like this much, and then they're like, no, I only want this much cut. I tell them, I'm going to tell you my opinion, my professional opinion, what I think you need. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give you whatever you want. So then I show them whatever it is that I think that they should do, what I think would look good on them, or else for health reasons or whatever. And then I just still do whatever it is that they want. Because at the end of the day, it's their hair. They have to wear it every day. And they're paying me to do a job. So whatever. Like, they're going to leave my chair and then just whatever. But so that's how I personally handle it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliments. Oh my gosh. It is like warming my little heart, okay? I had to take my lashes off though, girl, because I was wearing some Ardell wispies, but the double up kind. And I feel like my eyes aren't meant for a heavy lash because, I don't know, they're just annoying. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I freaking can't. Will this vid be available later? Yes, it will. Okay, how long do you have to wait to get your hair permed after bleaching it? So I would just go use whatever perm you're gonna, go get whatever perm you're gonna use, or if you go into salon, and I would read the manufacturer's directions. With anything that you use, whether it's hair color, perm, any kind of chemical, you always want to follow manufacturer's directions, and typically in the little instructions in there, it'll tell you guys, it'll tell you, do not use this if you bleached your hair in the past 24 hours or whatever. For me personally, it depends on what you mean by how bleached, okay? If you're doing a couple of highlights, then you could probably do it same day, depending on the manufacturer's instructions. But if it's like super light, oh my gosh, I don't know if I would do that within even the same week. I don't know. I got my hair balayage 6 months ago. Oh, thank you, Cater Pie. That's so nice. Aren't you afraid of it looking bad if you do what they want and then they walk around in the world telling everyone you did their hair? I'm not necessarily afraid of that, because at the end of the day, if the client is happy, then they're going to go around in the world and say, oh my gosh, I love my hair. I got it done here and whatever. And yeah. I think that it is important to, it is important also as a stylist to say no. If it's something totally crazy, I haven't had anything like too crazy. And also, if it looks bad, people won't even ask you where you got your hair done anyway. So it's like, I don't really worry about that, you know? I think the worst kinds of scenarios are people who have just like severely trashed or damaged hair and they don't want to cut it. You know, I feel like those kinds of people, people don't ask them where they got their hair done anyway, because they don't want to know. Okay. I just found your channel today and I'm in love already. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Good protein hair mask. You could just use an Apogee mask. You can get that from, or treatment, I should say. You can get that from Sally's. Or else Joico K-Pack, if you're going to go professional brand, makes an amazing mask. Advice on deciding to get bangs and how to decide the style for your face. I would, if I were you, I would first of all, watch my video about face shapes, and then I would find maybe a celebrity that has a similar face shape to you, and if they have a good haircut, then see if it'll look right on you. But also at the same time, like, if you wake up one day and you want to get bangs, okay, if you just roll out of bed and you're like, I want to get bangs today, then just freaking do it, okay? You don't have to follow all the rules. Like, I'm not the hair god. I'm not the hair Jesus Christ, okay? I'm not your hair savior, and nobody makes rules. Hair is hair, and hair, like, you can do whatever you want. When I make videos about, like, this will look good on your face shape, or this will look good on your skin tone, and blah, 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 it's like, do whatever makes your little heart happy at the end of the day, okay? If you want to get bangs, then cut them, okay? And then who knows, maybe like you'll say, oh, you know what, I regret getting bangs, and you never get them again. It grows back and life goes on, you know? If you want to do something different to your hair, if you want to cut your hair short, then just do it. Do whatever inspires you. Do whatever, you know, when you wake up every day, whatever like gets your little heart fluttering, you know? Get that haircut. How do you deal with baby hairs? I love baby hair, okay? Let me see if I have my little struggle baby hair that I could show you. Hold on. So I have struggle baby hairs. See? But if you have baby hair, embrace it. I love baby hair. I have a lot of clients come in and they're like, oh my gosh, my baby hair is just out of control. Like, can you trim it? Can you whatever? And actually some clients, if their baby hair is like super long and it's annoying to them, I'll get a razor and then just kind of like shape it so that way at least it's a little bit shorter like that. So it's not like sticking out of their head or whatever. But, embrace your baby hair. Baby hair is cute, okay? Jennifer Lopez has some of the best baby hair in the business. I love her baby hair. The reason I love baby hair is because it just frames your face. It makes your hairline nice and full. Like, embrace it. If I could switch my hairline out, I would. And I would have like a J-Lo, like, J-Lo has my favorite hairline, okay? It's like perfectly oval like that, and then she has like nice baby hairs. It looks beautiful like when she does like a nice bun or an updo or something like that. Baby hair makes your hair look more put together. So It makes your hairline full and everything like that. So embrace the baby hair. If you want to control your baby hair, then you can use an edge control. You can use hairspray. You can use gel. You can also, while your hair is wet, blow dry your baby hairs to stick back, or whatever your style is that you're doing. You can blow dry your hair to straighten your baby hairs, but like embrace your baby hair. Baby hair just, it makes the world go round, you know. I need to actually get a little bit of water. Thirsty, literally and figuratively. I'm just kidding. Be right back. All right. Why does the middle of the hair break off? So I've seen that before. I'm guessing you mean like the crown area, like right here. That can be due to, well, you have to ask yourself, like, what are you doing? Okay, are you braiding the hair? Are you, hold on, let me see. Let me go back so I can remember to answer this question. Okay, are you braiding the hair? Are you putting it up in a ponytail? Are you relaxing your hair? Are you using heat on your hair? Like, you have to ask yourself, because typically there has to be something usually that you're doing, unless you have some sort of disease or something like that, or scalp condition. There has to be something that you're doing to make this fall out, because usually here and here, like usually right here is like your healthiest hair, okay? Because this isn't really manipulated as much as, you know, all of this around the edges. So it just depends. Are you rough with your hair? Are you sleepy on your hair? A lot of times, like young girls who come into my salon, who even little girls or whatever, they usually have like the most healthy hair, because they don't do anything to their hair. They don't blow dry. They don't use heat. They don't color their hair. They don't do whatever. Okay, but a lot of times they'll have breakage like right here from laying down on the bed or the couch, or just laying down in general, the car seat or whatever. They'll have like a lot of damage and a lot of breakage here, so that can occur. So you really have to, you know, be a private investigator on your hair and figure out what am I doing, you know? Hold on, let me scroll down a little bit. Okay, I use Splat Midnight Amethyst and I cannot get it out to save my life. Any advice so I don't ruin my hair? Splat, that brand, is probably the worst, hardest color to get out. I would use, I mean, I would try a color remover, but if you're gonna do like bleach or something like that, I would go to a professional, because that's the hardest thing to get out of your hair. Yeah, I would try to do a color remover. I have a video on that. It's called The Best Color Remover or something like that. Should you relax your hair? I don't see why not. If it inspires you, then why not? My hair is super damaged after my Japanese relaxer. Any tips? Honestly, I hate Japanese straighteners. I've never done one. And anytime I do have a client who comes into me and to get a haircut or whatever they get from me, and they have a Japanese straightener, I just feel like, this is what I feel like telling them, okay? Because I get it. They get a Japanese straightener because they want to make their life easier and straighten their hair and blah, 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 whatever, okay? But what I feel like saying to them is, bitch, cut this out of your hair because you have this much grown out and it is healthy, it's beautiful, it's curly, it's luscious hair. And then they'll have this much, or however long their hair is, of Japanese straightener, and it's just like pin straight, it's dry, it's just like dead. And I'm like, is it that deep? Like, is it that deep to wear your curls or to wear whatever texture is your natural color? Because this Japanese straightener is not working for you, girl. It's just like broken and just, ugh. Like, don't get a Japanese straightener, please. So that's what I would do. I would cut it out little by little, just grow, trim, grow, trim, grow, trim, and get it out. Opinion on silk pillowcases. Get one. Get one. I love silk pillowcases for your skin and for your hair. Please talk about Fenty. I want to know. Okay, let me tell you guys my little Fenty beauty story, all right? Actually, it's not that dramatic. I'm just being dramatic. So my Fenty beauty story. So a couple of you guys, I try to not do too many makeup tutorials anymore because I feel like nobody watches my makeup tutorials. If you guys want me to do a makeup tutorial, then let me know. And then I'll do that. But, yeah, so a couple of you guys have been asking me my thoughts on Fenty Beauty, and so I went to Sephora, because I wanted to film something that day, just grab a couple of products and whatever. I was pretty sure they were going to be sold out, but then I was like, whatever, at least I can try it, like see what shade I am and the foundation and whatever, so then that way I can just order it online and then do a video for you guys, okay? So, cool. I go to Sephora, of course everything's sold out, but then they did have like the samples out, so I was like, whatever, that's fine, I just want to swatch it just so that way I can order it online and blah, 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 blah. So, did that. Girl, first of all, the foundation that is close enough to my color, I just feel like the foundation was very, so usually I get like a warm foundation that has like a yellow undertone, but I feel like a lot of the foundations either had like, they were kind of like ashy, correct me if I'm wrong, they were kind of ashy, or else they had like an orange undertone to it. And on top of that, the feeling of the foundation was very like, I don't know, I didn't like it. I don't know how to explain it. It was like a little heavy, but then like a little, what is the word called? Like waxy or something? I don't know, it was a weird texture. Then, the thing that really got to me, yeah, I just felt like it would be cakey. Like, it didn't feel like silk, you know? It just didn't feel like something that I'd want to spend. I don't know how much the foundations were, but, you know, whatever. And then, girl, those sticks, like the concealer sticks and, like, the sticks, it comes in, like, a trio. I guess it comes with a highlighter, a bronzer kind of color, and then, like, a contour color. Those sticks were so freaking dry. All right? They were so dry. And then I was like, okay, maybe this is just because it's like the sample that they have out here. People have been swatching them and whatever. But then I've read other people say that it was dry. And so I just feel like, and then also, so tried that. And then I tried like a blush or highlighter, some sort of powder, like that kind of thing. And nothing really piqued my interest, and it didn't make me even want to order it online, because I don't mind. Like, I'll go online, I'll buy it, I'll have it delivered and whatever, do a video on it. But this is my opinion. And I am reading the comments. I'm sorry. I'm done. Let me finish. I need to finish one story at a time because my brain will explode. So I just feel like because it was Rihanna doing the line, I feel like everybody was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, she had like a good, she had good like marketing and things like that, and people were like, oh, you know, she has colors of every range, when it's like low-key, L'Oreal True Match been had all the colors, okay? I use L'Oreal True Match in my kit, and I've used it for like people who are as white as this sheet of paper and as black as my freaking shirt, okay? Like, there are other lines who have all those colors, and I just feel like that was like a marketing ploy because that's what's in style right now is inclusiveness and whatever. And on top of that is Rihanna. And then on top of that, a lot of these YouTubers online, like they get sent PR, and then some of them have met Rihanna personally. And, you know, Hollywood and YouTube are like becoming like intermingled and whatever, which is fine, but it makes people afraid to tell the truth, you know? It makes people want to say, like, yeah, this is great, this is wonderful, yeah, Riri, yeah, she's a bad bitch, and, like, whatever. And it's just, like, just because her name is on something doesn't mean you have to lie about it, and just, you know? So wasn't that great, and I decided not to get it, but, you know, I'm not throwing shade or anything, and who knows, maybe in the future I will try products, but there wasn't anything that made me just like, oh, like I have to try this, you know? But I feel like people are afraid to say that because nobody wants to be that person who's gonna like say something bad about Rihanna's makeup line, because then who knows, somebody's gonna be called a hater, somebody's gonna be called racist, somebody's gonna be called, whatever. And it's like, look, I have nothing to lose, honey, okay? I didn't get a PR package. Nobody's paying me to say whatever I say. I don't belong to any networks, and I work for myself. So that's how I feel about that. Anyway, my favorite color line for resistant gray hair color, I love Schwarzkopf Igora, the 00 series. So if you're like a level 5, you get 500. Love it. When will you go back to your natural hair texture? I thought about that because a lot of people, oh my gosh, hold on, brain, concentrate. No, a lot of people ask me like, oh, do you do braid outs? Do you do things like that? And it's not that I'm trying to not do those videos, like the natural hair videos, like what I did years ago. It's not that I'm trying to not do that. It's just that that was a phase and era in my life where I was wearing my hair natural a lot. And then right now in this phase and era, I'm blowing out my hair a lot. I'm flat ironing it a lot. I'm going blonder a lot. You know, I'm doing things like that. And so I just personally need to do what I need to do to inspire. I need to do whatever with my hair, whatever inspires me. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? I don't know where my hair will take me. Like, my hair has a mind of its own, and I have to support it. You know? Hope that answers your question, if that makes any sense. Okay. Any recommendations for wavy, curly hair styling that are somewhat natural? Natural. Actually, I don't know of any. Honestly, like, a lot of times when I've used, like, organic products, like organic hair, organic, whatever. First of all, I don't think that there's anything that's going to be 100% organic unless you get a freaking papaya and, like, smother it in your hair, or, like, a banana or something like that. Because it just wouldn't, if it's 100% organic, then how could it be sustainable when you put the bottle in your shower and you have it for like a year, you know? But none of those products ever made me feel like, oh my gosh, this is like groundbreaking. And for me, I'd rather use something that doesn't claim to be organic. So if anybody has if anybody has any suggestions for any of the questions that I'm being asked below, then just leave it in there. If you have a suggestion for if there's any natural or wavy hair products that are natural. Let me read. I have a heart/diamond face. What haircut should I get? I talk about that in my video. You guys, okay, let me address this really quick. I get a lot of questions about, people have sent me like 5,000 selfies on all of my social media platforms, and it's kind of hard to answer everybody because I'm only one human being. But everything that you need to know is in the video, okay? Everything you need to know is in the videos. What do you think that the 2018 blonde hair color, what color is going to be in style? Love you too, girl. Love you too, Miriam. Okay, so I think this is my style prediction, okay? for like the next coming year. I think that what's going to come back into style, I feel like a lot of people right now, there's such like pop words going around, like ashy, and like gray colors. Okay, gray hair color and that whole white and gray thing, look, it's going out of style. If you haven't already dyed your hair gray, don't do it now, okay? So like you might as well just let that go, unless you have gray hair already and your hair is graying and you just want to transition to gray so that way you never have to dye your hair again. Just like let it go, girl, okay? That trend is done. What's gonna come back is, I think, the warm colors, because people confuse warmth with brassy, because a lot of people are in this bubble of like, they just hear the word ashy and they think that that's what they want. And then they'll show me like a picture. They're like, I want ashy blonde. And they'll show me like all these pictures. And I'm like, that's golden. You know, so I think that people are going to start coming to their senses and realizing that, you know what, ashy doesn't look good on everybody. I think with hair, warmer colors are going to come back, like richness. I think even with makeup, just like lip gloss is making a major comeback. People are tired of the matte dry look, you know? Yeah. What do I think about the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette? I want it. I have a feeling that perms are going to come back. The perm never left. The perm never left, because perms are now... I do perms at my salon, but it's not like a perm as in... You know what? I know what you mean. You think like the 90s perm is going to come back? If that comes back, girl, I will be so happy, okay? Like a Mariah Carey perm. Yes, like please bring that back. That era was like too lit. Not that I really remember it because I was too little, but yes, that would be too lit. Because now I do perms, but I'll do like a perm that looks like a wave, you know? What do you think of African braids? What does that even mean? Thoughts on coconut oil hair mask? I love it. It rocks. Have you dealt with the Good Dye Young color range? No, I have not. What if I don't want to go according to trends? Then don't, girl. It's your world. What got you started as a hairdresser? So, the thing that got me started as a hairdresser was when I was growing up. My mom's white, my dad's black, and my mom didn't really know how to deal with my hair, and on top of that, I had a sensitive scalp, and I would scream bloody murder. Like, you would think I'm getting tortured, okay, anytime my mom had to do my hair, right? And so eventually, like, I was probably like 8 or 9 years old when I started doing my own hair. Now, girl, the struggle was real. I do not have an easy hair texture at all, especially for an 8-year-old to do or a 9-year-old to do. But my mom always just let me like do what I wanted with my hair, you know? And I think that's also because she didn't feel like dealing with it anymore. She didn't want me to cry. It's just like, oh my gosh, girl, here, just do your own hair, you know? And because of that, because I struggled so much with my hair and like my biracial identity and my being, there weren't people around me who really understood. Like, I would get made fun of by people who weren't black because they're like, oh my gosh, like, why does your hair do this, or why does your hair do that, or why does it look like this, or like, you know, they're not used to seeing it and whatever, so I'd get that. And then like from the black side, I would get like, why isn't your hair done, and why, you know, questions like that, because like nobody knew how to do my hair. I had to do my own hair, okay? So because of that, I kind of had to learn as a young child how to deal with my own hair, and so I became obsessed with hair. I became obsessed with different products, trying different things, trends, and I just loved hair. I just had a natural love for hair, and that's when it all started, when I was really young, 8 or 9 years old, and then from there, I liked playing with my friends' hair and things like that. So then as I got older, thought about going to college, and I did for a little while, and then try to figure out what I wanted to do when I was there. That didn't work out because I would drop out, I would quit, I would just work. And then eventually I'm like, you know what? I want a career, okay? I want a real career. What am I good at? I'm good at hair. So then I went to beauty school, and then I never looked back, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. So you guys, if you are a kid watching out there, if you're a young person watching out there and you feel like there's nobody else like you in the world, which is the way I felt at the time. I didn't know any mixed people. I feel like mixed people now are more common. You know, I notice a lot. I watch a lot of like ESPN and things like that. Not that I want to, but because of my fiance. And I noticed that there's a lot of biracial people now. And growing up, like the only mixed person that I knew about was like Mariah Carey, Halle Berry. And I personally did not know any like biracial people. I didn't know anybody, okay? And so if you are like young and you like have if you're facing some sort of issue in your life, if you feel different for whatever reason, whether it's about your race, the way you look, or like your socioeconomic status, things like that, don't think that you're alone or that it's the end of the world, because you can take a situation like that. Like I could have just been like, oh my gosh, I'm ugly and I'm just going to go crumble and die, you know, which a lot of days I did feel like that. I was made fun of a lot, okay? And I had a lot of insecure years, and I think people misinterpret sometimes like my confidence and talking about confidence and things like that. They're like, oh, you're conceited or you're a know-it-all or whatever. And it's like, no, bitch. Okay. It's not that. It's just like, I had a lot of hard years in my life. Okay. My life has not been a cakewalk. Okay. And now I grew up and I realize my life is my life. Okay. And I'm responsible for myself. I'm responsible for my life. And I feel like you can take a bad situation and make it good for yourself, okay? Like people people don't know you, you know? So don't care about what people think about you. Where you are now, if you're in a bad place now, it's not going to be like that forever if you stay focused on what it is that you want out of life, and that you don't listen to this and you don't listen to that and you don't listen to the BS, okay? And if you don't have fear, okay? So in a nutshell, that's how I became a hairdresser. Oh, God. In a nutshell, long story short, okay. My opinion on edges, like the trend on edges. Edges are cool, you know. I really love that now people are starting to fill in their edges, because, girl, I've been filling in my edges since, like, 2009. Okay, and that's because, like, I'm kind of bald. Let me show you guys. So I'm kind of bald right here. And sometimes in videos, people are like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you're giving hair advice because you're bald. And it's like, no, I just have a freaking receding hairline, okay? I've had a receding hairline since the day I was born. All right. Thanks to my dad and my grandma, rest in peace. God rest her beautiful soul. But, like, some people are just bald, all right? Some people have, like, bald hairlines. So I love that now, because what I used to do is I would just get, like, a brown eyeshadow or also brown pencil, things like that, and then just fill it in and brush it out. But now there are actually products out there. I haven't purchased any. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe, you know what? I have my notebook here, so I can write down video ideas. So if you guys ever have any video ideas that you want to leave down there during this live stream, let me know. Edges. Filling. So that's one of the things that I love, filling in. I'm going to look up products to use. But, yeah, edges are cool. Edges rock. Edges make the world go round. Where in the U.S. are you based? I'm in Los Angeles, California. Hold on. I'm going to get a little hot in here. All right, so would you do another video reacting to hair fails? Yes, I want to. I just haven't had the time. There's like so many videos that I need to do. My opinion on keratin treatment, get one, they rock. I kind of have a keratin treatment right now. It's kind of washed out a little bit, but I'm trying to not do anything to my hair because I'm coloring it in like 3 weeks or something like that, and then I'll probably do another keratin treatment. OLAPLEX or keratin treatment, does it really work? OLAPLEX and keratin treatments are two totally different things. An OLAPLEX is a treatment that you put in your hair. It builds the bonds in your hair. You rinse it out, okay? And that works kind of over time. And then a keratin treatment lasts for a couple of months. Did you go to Tony and Guy? No, I didn't. My 9-year-old daughter adores your videos. I watched them first. Yay! Okay, that is good to know. I love that. Say hi to her for me. How do I stay fit? It's a struggle. Actually, it's not a struggle. I'm just lazy. How do I stay fit? I eat real food. I cook. I try not to eat bad stuff, even though sometimes I do. I have my moments where it's like, I want to eat hot Cheetos, you know? I drink a lot of water, and I work out. I do weight training. If you're skinny or small, petite, whatever, do weight training, you know? Unless that's the look you're going for, if you're going for the skinny look. But if you're going for, like, a strong look, like you just want to look like, and have, like, a small little waist and, like, a butt and, like, that whole thing, do weight training. Are you Christian? Yes, I am Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. Should I dye my hair a dusty lavender? How much does it cost to maintain it? Yeah, if you want to. I don't see why not. How much does it cost to maintain it? It just depends on where you go. You can discuss that with your stylist. How do you not damage your hair when you straighten it? I'm 12, by the way. Aww. Well, first of all, you want to use a heat protectant anytime you use heat on your hair, okay? So if you're going to blow dry your hair, use a heat protectant like a serum. I love serums. I personally love serums. I'm not really a huge fan of a spray heat protectant because I feel like spray heat protectants have a lot of alcohol in them and they end up drying out your hair anyway. So I like to use a serum before I blow dry, leave-in conditioner before I blow dry all the time. Every single time you use heat, use a heat protectant on it, okay? And then with your flat iron doesn't need to be 450 degrees, especially depending on your hair type. If you have like fine hair, if you have fine hair, fragile hair, you shouldn't do more than like, I mean, you don't want it so low that your hair doesn't get straightened, but if you have very fine hair, if your hair is already straight and you want to just get rid of that little wave, you could do that with like something in like the 200s or low 300s, you know what I mean? You can do like 350, something like that. Am I certified in makeup? No, I don't think, you don't have to have a certification in makeup. I think that those kinds of things, you can get like a certificate if you took a class by somebody or something like that, but you don't need to be certified, like legally, if that's what you're asking me. Like anybody can be a makeup artist. Okay, wedding update. What's your opinion on long hair on guys? Rock it out if that's what they want to do. Okay, wedding update. So I'm getting married. What do you want to know about the wedding update? I feel like I'm sorry if I don't get personal about my relationship. Some people are like, how come you never? Somebody left me a comment like on my last video, and they're like, are you really engaged? And like, whatever, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, why would I lie about that? I just don't talk about my relationship and things like that on social media. I don't put pictures of him on social media. I don't do that because the less people know about your relationship, the better it is. Because if you think about it, first of all, I've never been that type of person in any relationship that I've ever had. I have never been the type of person like, oh, look at, you know how it is, girls or guys. You go on Instagram and there's like a picture of somebody with like a long thing. They're like, he's the love of my life and blah, 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 like all this stuff. And then if you know them personally, sometimes it's just like, girl, you were just crying about him to me on the phone because he did this, this, and that, you know? Or else like, girl, you just hooked up with this guy yesterday, you know, stuff like that. So I've never been one of those kinds of people because I just don't feel the need to be, I don't like people in my personal business. I'm a very private person in a way, even though it doesn't seem like it because I'm on YouTube and all this other stuff. But I'm very private. I hold my love relationship and my family relationships close, near, and dear to my heart. And if anybody comes at me or my family member or my relationship sideways, then we're going to have a little bit of a problem, you know? And I just don't like going there. So, and you know how it can be, like, relationships, love is complicated, love is complex, relationships are complex, and I feel like sometimes, like, I've seen it on YouTube before, too, like, people who do put their boyfriends or whatever in vlogs, or in videos, or whatever. Like, say if he says some sort of, like, comment, then it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, he's like, I bet you he doesn't even like her, she doesn't even like him, or like they're abusive, or like, you know, like people take something like that big and then they'll run with it and say like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they do this. And it's like, you're not perfect, I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, but the internet, like with YouTube, like you guys see like this much of my like personality, like this much of my life, and then people want to make assumptions about my whole life, and it's like, you don't even know me like that, okay? So long story short, that's why I don't talk about my relationship, because that's something that is sacred to me. But I will answer your questions about weddings and things like that. I don't have a problem, because it's like, it's natural. Like if you're friends, which we're friends in each other's heads. If you're friends with somebody, of course you're gonna want to know, like, oh, you know, when I'm friends with somebody, I'll ask them about their family, I'll ask them about their parents, I'll ask them about their childhood, I'll ask them about their relationship, you know, things like that. So I get it, I understand, it's human curiosity, but yeah. So let me answer some wedding questions. What kind of dress? I have not got my dress yet. It is October 12th. No, I'm going to get my dress, like, I'm going to go try on dresses at the end of this month. Yeah. And in my head, I picture, I want a mermaid shape for sure, because because I'm petite, I don't really like having, like, the whole ball gown look. You know, it looks beautiful on other people. Or if you have, like, big boobs, I think or does that look cute on you? I don't know, whatever. I like the ball gown look on, like, some people. Or else if you have, like, a flat butt or, like, narrow hips or something like that, then ball gown is, like, beautiful on you. For me, like, I have a butt, right? Like, my body's like this. It's, like, I have, like, a small boob, small waist, and then I have, like, a big butt for, like, my size, and, like, I have, like, hips and things like that, right? And so I like to show that off. I like to show off my butt. No butt injections. Okay. And so I like the look of, like, I like wearing form-fitting things because I'm petite, and so it doesn't overwhelm my frame and make me look shorter, right? So I like a mermaid shape. I picture it either being, like, a simple, like, kind of, like, beachy dress, because it's going to be, like, at a waterfront location. And so it'll be, like, very beachy. Or else I debate between that and, like, a mermaid dress that has a lot of, I forget what it's called, what the particular style is called, but, like, it has a lot of frill and, like, ruffle and, like, a train. I want, like, a cathedral-length veil, okay? I can't wait for my wedding day, you guys. I'm gonna be, like, walking down the aisle. No, I'm probably gonna be crying the whole time. But I also can't wait to just, like, do my grand entrance, you know? Will you wear an updo for your wedding? How do I picture my hair for my wedding day? I kind of want to wear my hair down because I like having hair around my face, you know? Like, I like having something around my face. I don't really like... Actually, that is kind of cute. I don't know. I debate between wearing my hair up, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I would do that or whatever. So then I get hair anxiety. I have hair anxiety about my wedding because I'm like... See, if I was wearing like a turtleneck or a mock neck kind of dress, if it was like a winter wedding, I feel like that would be cute. But like... Actually, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about how I should, like, wear my hair? Because I picture my dress either being, like, strapless or else having, like, skinny straps. Like that. You know? I'm getting married next July. So, girl, I need to get my dress ASAP. Where did you get your shirt? I actually got my shirt from this store called Fashionista. They have different locations, but the one, it's like a little cheap store. Like this dress was probably like, I mean, this shirt was probably like $12, okay? Oh my gosh, did my stream freeze? Okay. Oh my gosh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I got my shirt from this place called Fashionista. Is my wedding indoor or outdoor? The ceremony is going to be outdoor, and the reception is going to be indoor. Am I having lots of bridesmaids? No. Girl, let me tell you something. Somebody once told me, if you want to know who your true friends are, get married. That's another video for another time. I'm growing my hair. Can you give me some advice? Will you be doing your own hair for your wedding? I don't think so. I might do my own makeup, although I'm debating about that. I kind of just want to arrive. Like, this is what I want my wedding day to be like. Okay, I want to wake up in the morning. I want to be served breakfast in bed. By who? I don't know. I want to be served breakfast in bed, okay? I want to take a shower, get ready for the day, whatever, and then I want to go to my dressing room at my venue and then just sit in a freaking chair and have everybody do everything for me, okay? I want to be calling shots like, can you get me that? Can you get me that? Can you tell that person, get the hell out of here? Can you tell that person to come in? Can somebody do my face? Can somebody do my hair? And then I just want to, like, open my eyes and for the whole thing to be, like, for me to be ready, you know? So I hope that answers your question. I'll be back. I need a little bit more water. Should have just got a big cup. Now you guys are gonna know that I'm wearing turquoise shorts. Will you dye your hair for your wedding? I wouldn't do it like this, like the day before or something like that, but I'm slowly dyeing my hair for my wedding because I want to be blonder, you know? Tips on how to grow your hair out fast. Something that I've been doing is I've been taking vitamins. I've been taking Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nail gummies and biotin gummies. Hair salon horror stories. Maybe that'll be my video. I'm gonna film a video today. Maybe I'll film that. My friend is about to get married, and so many people backed out because they ain't willing to be a freaking good friend and help out. Okay, I feel you on that. I'm not saying everybody. So if you happen to be a bridesmaid watching this, I'm not saying everybody, but there may have been somebody who just, let me tell you this, you guys. What can I tell you about that? You know, sometimes in life, things in your life change and people will be there for you and some people will not. And it's just like you evolve. Life evolves. Just like hair evolves, you know what I'm saying? You get a short haircut, and then it grows into a bob, and then it grows into a lob, and then it grows into long layers, you know. It's a metaphor that I'm going to use. Same thing with friends, you know, there are people for different seasons of your life, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but people serve different purposes for different eras in your life, and people grow apart, okay? Glow up tips. I love that question, Keeks, okay? I love that question. Glow up tips. If you want to have a glow up, sometimes a glow up is forced. Sometimes a glow up just happens because of certain circumstances. Glow up tips. Okay, first of all, the number one thing that I would suggest for glow up tips is you have to look at where you are in your life, okay, and then look out where you want to be, and then like write down physically, literally write down the steps you have to take to get to where you want to be, you know? Yeah. So for your glow up, you have to figure out, where do I want to be? What do I want? What kind of glow up do I want? Do you want to glow up physically? Because you can have a physical glow up, you know, you can refresh your look and have a glow up that way. Or you can have a life glow up, you know? So it's all about figuring out where you want to be and taking the steps to get there, and then also surrounding yourself or eliminating the people who are not in support of the glow up. What happened if you put a flat iron on wet hair? It'll fry. How tall are you? I'm 5'2". Your wedding day hairstyle, buy the dress first, then you'll see. My dress was a completely different style than what I wanted. I just tried it on by fluke and fell in love. Oh, that's good advice. That's true. I guess I do have to see what I'm wearing first. It gets steamy. I'm assuming you've tried it before. Okay. Have you tried Sugar Bear hair vitamins? No, I have not. How old are you? How old do you think I am? I've heard about the inversion method. Any thoughts? I don't know what that is. What is that? What is inversion method? Okay, I love you too. How do you keep your teeth white? I don't know, are my teeth white? I feel like they're yellow, like 90% of the time. I've used Crest Professional Effects white strips before. And actually this morning I used this charcoal like thing that was sent to me. It comes with like a toothbrush and like some charcoal powder stuff. You guys, what should I eat? I'm getting hungry. What kind of food should I go eat? Massaging your head. Have I tried Fenty Beauty yet? Girl, after I'm done and I upload this video, you can like rewind, and I talked about Fenty Beauty like earlier in the video. Pasta, fried rice. I'm gonna go get food, so I can go get sushi, Domino's. Ew, no. Are you trying to totally ruin my wedding body? Tuna salad. I don't really like fish. I tried to, but I just can't get with it. I just had Lebanese cheese yogurt with olive oil. Sushi. Oh my gosh, what time is it? 3 o'clock. The struggle of making my own schedule, and the struggle of that is, I mean, I have a lot of freedom, but then the struggle of it is that, like, a lot of my friends work jobs where, like, they can't just go eat with me randomly at 2 o'clock, you know? Things like that. Sushi. Should I go get sushi? Maybe I will go... I don't know. What's my plan today? Let me get it together. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you guys? Would you guys want to see a vlog? Because I haven't uploaded a vlog in a really long time. Please tell me blow drying tips. Put a leave-in conditioner in your wet hair. Put a serum in your wet hair, and then blow dry your hair using a round brush, or else using like a Denman brush, something like that. Yeah. Can you do a video in... Okay, so I'm going to do... So you know what? For the rest of this afternoon, I'm going to do a vlog. It'll be called something like Spend the Afternoon with Me or something like that. I don't really know. But I want to talk about something in the vlog. Give me a subject to talk about. Because sometimes, like, I'll vlog and then... I don't know. Like, I'm just like... I'm so... I don't know. I'm not one of those people, like, who are on Snapchat and they're all like... Look at me, look what I'm doing. And so, like, I kind of feel silly vlogging, but I don't mind vlogging if I have something to offer. Because, you know, the thing that I don't like about social media is, like, I feel like everybody's like, look at me, look what I'm doing. Like, if I didn't do hair, if this wasn't my freaking life, my soul, okay, I would not be on the internet, okay? Because I just don't care. Like, I don't care about people knowing about my business. I don't care about people, like, I don't need that. I don't need, like, validation from people, and so I don't care to say, like, look at me, look what I have, look what I'm doing. I don't care about that kind of stuff. And so with vlogs, it's a little bit hard for me because sometimes I'm like, nobody's gonna care, like, oh, I went to this store, oh, I did this, or blah, 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 you know. Yeah, I made a video about growing your hair out, so you should go watch that. Okay, don't do my own hair and makeup. I regret so bad doing that because I was freaking trying to rush. Okay, but, okay, it's your day and you should feel like a queen. I'm a control freak, so sometimes, like, sometimes I don't want to get a hairstylist or a makeup artist because I'm like, I want to be in control. Because what if they show up late? What if they do this wrong? What if they do that wrong? You know? Oh, so me and my dad are planning a video. So we're either going to do, or maybe we'll do both of these. But I was thinking of doing, hold on. I was thinking of doing, my dad does my hair. Or else I was thinking, my dad actually wants to do a video where he, like, gives advice. So maybe you guys can send in questions about advice that he has to offer. Mind you, his advice may be a little crazy, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna write down vlog ideas right now. So I just read how to deal with stress. Okay. What's something you would tell? What sun sign are you? I don't know what sun sign I am, but I'm a Cancer. Somebody, oh my gosh, let me tell you guys about my little my recent astrology story. Okay, hold on. Something I would tell my younger self. To tell, ooh, girl. I know what I would tell my younger self. Probably don't stop being a thought. Okay, so, oh my gosh, there was a question I wanted to answer. I made a video about how to fix damaged hair. Okay, you guys want to know about my beauty school experience? Beauty school experience. Okay, there There was a question that I wanted to answer. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. I wanted to tell you guys about my, this piece of hair has been sticking up this whole time. And this piece of hair, oh, I can't stand it when I watch a video and there's like one piece here and I can't like pay attention to anything that they're saying. Okay, what was I gonna say? Okay, let me tell you guys about my recent astrology experience. So I used to, if you guys have followed me, if you're an OG subscriber, like way back in the day, then you know that sometimes I would do astrology videos and talk about like, oh, this sign, that sign, whatever. So I used to be super into astrology, right? And I've always grown up Christian, and then maybe like in the past 2 or 3 years, I've been like more, I'm not going to go too deep into it because I don't feel like hearing people's opinions that I don't care about, you know, but like God has opened up my eyes, like, whoa, like my understanding, like, whoa, okay, so this is what that means, that's what that means, like, this is, okay, this, whoa, I thought I knew, but now it's like, wow, okay, so because of that, and actually cracked open the Bible and actually read it, you know, you're really not supposed to, in my religion, you're not supposed to get into astrology and things like that. I do feel like some of it is accurate generally, but I don't base my whole, like, oh, what should I do about this? I don't do that with astrology, because then in a way, in essence, that means you're not trusting God. And God is the ultimate, God is God, you know? So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do any of this astrology anymore because I'm growing stronger in my faith and whatever. Okay? Then, like a couple months ago, this lady, so I'm in my salon doing a client's hair and whatever, and this lady walks in, and she's like, she introduces herself, and I'm doing my client's hair, and I'm like, hi, and I don't like being interrupted. When I'm on a client, it's like, do not talk to me, just go wait outside, don't interrupt me and my client, because that's kind of like our time, because I'm trying to do a job, and also it's rude to my client. Anyway, like, let me quit with the tangents, okay? So this is why people think I'm a B word. No, but, no, she comes in, she introduces herself, I'm like, oh, hi, like, whatever, blah, 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 and she's like, you're a Cancer, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, and then she just started, like, saying, like, all this stuff about me, and, like, whatever, and I was like, I was taken aback, okay, and then she was like, yeah, you have, like, a very, like, fiery personality, you have blah, 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 all this other stuff. And so she was like, you know, I do not everybody, but a bunch of people who work in the same building as me, I do their birth charts, and if you want, I can do your birth chart for you and, like, break it down. So when you get a birth chart done, I think they do, like, I think I had to tell her, it was, like, my date of birth, my exact date of birth, the time that I was born, and then the city and state or wherever I was born, okay? So they do, so they do all that for your birth chart, and they figure out, I guess, like, your personality and, like, your destiny and money and blah, 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 all this other stuff. So she was like, I can do your birth chart for you and whatever. And because she knew so much about me already, I was like, yes, here's my money. Take it. So I paid her to do my birth chart. And then afterwards, like, during that whole time, like, it takes her a while to do it, because she'll give you, like, a book, like a thick, like, stack of papers all about your birth chart and, like, some other stuff and whatever. But during that couple of weeks that she was working on it, my heart and my soul, which is God, when you feel something telling you, like, an urge to go against something or not do something, even though that thing is temptation, that's God telling you to not do that, okay? But during those couple weeks that she was working on it, like, in my soul, I was like, oh, why'd I do that? And, like, the whole thing, like, happened so fast. It was just like a whirlwind, like, just like, this is your birthday, this is this about you, and this is this about you, and this is this about you. Do you want me to make you a birth chart? And I was like, yeah. And then afterwards, I was like, oh my gosh, like, She really just walked up into my studio and told me all this stuff about me and whatever. And she's going to make this birth chart. And I know that I'm not supposed to be reading that kind of stuff, because why would I need this lady to tell me who... Okay, and I'm gonna get a little deep with you guys. So this is for the people out there who maybe you are Christian and whatever. But, like, in our faith, we believe that, you know, those kinds of things are real. Like, psychics are real. Spirits are real. All that stuff is real, okay? It's not BS. Obviously, there are people who, like, fake it, who aren't, who don't know anything. But there are people who are psychics and people who, like... Oh, I'm getting a little scared right now. Like, people who hear, like, voices and information and things like that. But the thing is, where they're getting their information from is from, let's just put it this way, they're getting their information from, dark forces, okay? That's where they get their information from, okay? Let me just put it to you that way. So I knew during that time, I'm like, why did I give this lady my $50? Why am I getting this birth chart? But then at the same time, I was like, well, I am curious to see what she has to say, like, about, like, my business and, like, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Hold on. Yeah, like, all that kind of stuff. So then that whole time I was debating, and then I asked one of my clients, actually my client who was in my chair, when she came in, my client who was in my chair is Christian, and I was, like, when she left, I was asking her, like, oh, like, do you believe in this? She's like, hell no, like, I don't, or, like, yeah, I believe in it, like, that it's real, but, like, I don't mess with that kind of stuff and whatever. And then also, like, when you open yourself up to that kind of spiritual, like, demonic realm, then you allow things into your home, into your life. So it's like, oh, yeah, okay, now I know that I'm going to make $1 million. Okay, cool. But now I have, like, this darkness in my world, in my existence that I didn't have before. So, whatever, a couple weeks later, she comes back, and she gives me, a couple weeks later, and I had already paid her, whatever, she gives me my birth chart, and it was, like, in, like, a nice little package and whatever, and she's like, wow, what did she tell me about myself? She was telling me, like, you know, you have, like, a tough exterior, but, like, you're, like, really caring, you're a sweetheart, and I was like, yeah, it's true, and, whatever, all this kind of stuff, and she's like, yeah, here's your birth chart, and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, thank you, like, whatever, she left, and then I debated about it, and then, you guys, I threw it in the trash. I threw it in the freaking trash, so that birth chart is out there somewhere in a landfill, hopefully, but yeah, I just threw it in the trash, and I just figured, you know what, it was $50 that I'll just say I donated to charity, and yeah, that's the end of that story. So in a nutshell, that's why I don't mess with things like that. And I've had my palm read once by somebody, and this was when I first started dating, my fiance. I had my palm read by her, and this is before I really was, like, a born-again Christian, okay? Had my palm read, I just started dating my fiance, and she was like, I felt like she asked me a lot of questions, which I felt like was common sense stuff. But then she was like, yeah, like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, yeah, shouldn't you know that? I'm just kidding, I didn't say that. But I was like, yeah. She was like, this isn't the guy you're going to marry. You're not going to be with this guy. There's going to be somebody else after him. And I was like, and during that time, that was, like, the honeymoon phase of our relationship. So I was like, what? Like, I can't imagine that. Like, I love this guy, whatever. And then, like, years later, here we are. We're engaged. We're not married yet. So maybe she was right. Who knows what's gonna happen? No, but I don't think she's right about that. And yeah, here we are going strong, right? Yeah, it's called Familiar Spirits. So yeah, let me read the comments. Yeah, you will open yourself to, like, the dark side, which there is, you guys. Like, for people who, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to get all deep and everything, but for people who think that this is just it, like this existence is it, all you believe is like the physical world, I feel like those kind of people, it's like you don't have something in you, like you don't have like, it's like, how could you just think that this is it? Okay, how could you think? It's like, where did we come from? And then where did that come from? And then where did that come from? And then where did that... There has to be something, you guys, that we can't explain just with science, okay? It's like, it's crazy. And yeah, oh my gosh, you guys. So speaking of like dark things, not to scare you guys, but like last week when I went to go see It, the movie, the scary movie, I really thought that the movie was gonna be like corny. I thought it was gonna be funny. Like I was like, oh, killer clown, like whatever. Because I don't get scared of things like that. Like I don't get scared of unrealistic. I mean, I guess it's technically real. Well, no, I doubt there's like a clown living in a drain. I don't get scared about things like that, but that movie was extremely disturbing. It disturbed my soul, okay? Like, it disturbed my freaking soul. All right? And then after I watched that movie, I felt like when I was in the theater and I was with my friend, I was like, oh my gosh, like, why did I watch that? Like, it was just so dark. It wasn't just like, oh, there's a killer clown, like, ha ha ha. Like, if you guys have seen the first It movie, it's like, oh, there's a killer clown. But, like, this movie, like, I felt like the clown was, like, a pedophile. I felt like, you know, not to ruin the movie for you guys, but it's, like, I felt like it had to do with, like, the darkest, it was, like, gory. It had to do with, like, the darkest things that could potentially ever happen in your childhood. And I just felt like, wow, like, who the fuck thought of this movie? You know, it was extremely disturbing. But then, you know, I, like, after, like, when I was driving home, like, with my friend, like, I prayed, and then, I got back, and then like, my soul just felt disturbed. You know, when you watch a movie sometimes, and it's, like, and it ruins your whole day? I felt like that when I watched, Birth of a Nation. That movie, like, effed up my entire week, okay, after I saw it. But anyway, I was out of the movies, and I came back home, and I'm like, oh my gosh, now I'm going to be all scared tonight. How am I going to sleep? And then I came home, and my freaking kitchen drain was, like, leaking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it is, like, under the, what is this, like, the little cabinet thing. It's going to eat me. And then I'm like, you know what? I pray wherever I go, like, wherever dwelling I live in, I pray wherever I live. As soon as I move somewhere new, if I move into a new apartment, I pray over my apartment. When I purchased this place, I prayed over it. When I buy a new car, I pray over my car. Because especially with all this stuff going on in the world, you guys, all we have left to do is pray. And you have to remember always that everything you see is not... Everything you hear, everything you read on the news and all that kind of stuff is not the truth, okay? And it's not the truth, and then you also have to have faith in God. If you don't have faith now, you better get faith soon. Not to turn this into something deep. I know we were talking about hair, but you have to believe in God, and you always have to have that one thing that you hold in your heart that you're like, you know what, even though the world is crazy and you feel like every day, like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Is like, there's going to be a major earthquake in LA, and then I'm going to die, or like you know, we're going to get blown off the face of the earth, you know, things like that. You just have to remember you're always, who is in control ultimately is God. And that gives me comfort. And when I come home after seeing like a freaking weird movie, when I come home, I'm like, you know what, my house, like, the presence of God is in my house, you know, not some evil presence is not in my house. They might try to get in, but that's not what my life is, and I'm always protected by God. So anyway, I think I'm gonna end that the live stream here. Something I did want to note though is if I want to, next time I do a live stream, I want to like create it so that when I do the live, see, you guys see the camera here, I want to know how you like also split the screen so that way the live stream is here. So that way for people who watch it afterwards, they can, or people who are watching it, they can also see like what people were saying, because I feel like if you're just watching it like this, I just look like I'm talking to myself. So if you know how to do that, I haven't figured out how to do that, and I can't find it online anywhere, then let me know so that way for the next live stream that I do, people could like see what people are actually saying and asking and things like that. So message me somewhere and let me know. All right, you guys. So I think that's it for right now. I know, sorry. Okay, if you just came, don't worry, because I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this for you to watch. Oh my gosh, my Bible app just popped up and it said, Brittney, how are you feeling? Look, hold on, let me see. What does that mean? Okay, anyway, you guys, so I'm really going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for those of you who joined me. Sorry I didn't have, like, a legit video, but this is kind of cool, right? Do you guys like live streams? Leave me a comment down below and let me know, because then I'll do more live streams. I was supposed to do a weekly live stream, but then I got kind of turned off of live streams because I just felt like sometimes I would go off on a tangent and start saying things that, like, I'll regret later on. That, and then also I just don't like dealing with like random people who don't know who I am, who are just trolling for people who are live, so that way they can say like random things like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you know, stuff like that. It just turned me off. But if you guys want me to do more live streams, let me know. If I'm not here, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and then you guys will see me in my next video. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.